It's Halloween and I am going to bake something stunning. It's going to be the showstopper sitting on that Halloween creepy table. And I hope you guys are going to give it a go. Before that, can you please go and subscribe? I'll leave the link up here and let's get baking. Start the pastry. I have got here 250 ml of water. And to this, I'm going to add 120 grams of unsalted butter. It doesn't need to be softened. And I've got half a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. And I'm just going to bring this to a boil. All the butter has melted. It's come to a boil. And now I'm going to lower the heat to minimum. And then to this, I'm going to add 170 grams of plain flour. And then with a wooden spoon, just mix it really well. Now the flour has left the sides, it's in a big lump. And I'm just beating it for a minute and take it off the heat. I'm going to get this out in a glass bowl or any bowl. Just spread it slightly so that the smoke comes out and it cools down before we add the eggs. I'm going to start with 5 eggs, 5 large eggs. Just whisk it gently. And this mixture has cooled down slightly. And now I'm going to add half of this and mix it. Still really thick, and I'm going to add the rest of the egg. Whew. So what we get is a lovely smooth paste, and now I'm going to fill this in a piping bag. Just going to pipe on these circles. They are 1.5 inch circles. So these will be the big profiteroles. Now I'm going to make the head, and I'm going to make 2 pieces of the head. Now I've got the head, I've got the big profiteroles, and I'm going to make slightly smaller ones for the tail. And I'm going to go even smaller. Now these will go in the oven at 180°C for around 30 minutes. Now I'm preparing the raspberry puree. I've got 200 grams of fresh raspberries, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of icing sugar to this and cook it for 5 minutes. This is looking lovely. It's done, and I'm just going to blend it with a hand blender. And this will go through a sieve. So you're left with all the seeds, and you've got some lovely pulp in here. Today I've got mascarpone in the fridge, and I'm going to use 250 grams of mascarpone cheese and 2 tablespoons of icing sugar to this, just to loosen it out. And then I'm going to add 250 ml of double cream to this. A couple more teaspoons of icing sugar. Then you just stop when you've got the creamy, thick consistency anymore, and it'll split. Now to this cream, I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon of raspberry sauce and swirl it in. To assemble the whole profiterole showstopper, I'm going to get this sugar to a caramel. This is 200 grams of caster sugar. Make sure all the sugar has melted. There are no sugar granules in there, and it's a lovely caramel color. So I'm going to start with the face of the snake, and then I'm going to take big profiteroles, just going to dip it in the caramel. I'm going to continue with the caramel and then with the bigger pieces, and then I'm going to slowly go to the smaller pieces of profiterole. So I've got some Oreo biscuits and I've taken the cream out, and I'm just going to bash it to get some crumbs. Now I'm just going to spread the crumble around our snake. Not only is this absolutely stunning, and I'm sure all your guests will love it. If you're making it for your kids, they're going to go crazy, but it is also super delicious with the fresh cream and mascarpone cheese inside, and the caramel and raspberry just cutting the sweetness. It is stunning. Oh, it is so lovely. The caramel on top just gives it a perfect finish, crunchy and sweet. So I hope you guys are going to give this a go. Give us a thumbs up if you like the recipe, share, subscribe, and I'll see you back again next week for a brand new recipe. I have got all of this to finish. So bye for now. Choga.